As a returning free-to-play player, which Nod-Krai team should I get between Flynn's and Zabai? I'd say that it depends on how many primos you have. I would say that if you're planning on not getting Columbina, and you only have enough primos for one 5-star, you should not get either of them. You should get one of the supports, so either Llama or Inefa. Or honestly, just Columbina by herself, I guess, but I'd lean more towards Inefa or Llama than Columbina by herself. If you have enough for 2, you can consider doing Zabai Columbina. I'm not sure I'd necessarily recommend getting Flynn's Columbina without Inefa. I think that's a little sus. You could get Inefa Columbina though. If I have enough for 3, you can think about doing Flynn's Inefa Columbina. The biggest issue I have with that is that Flynn's is a little bit of a fraud. He's not going to compete with Zabai unless you also have Inefa. And if you're willing to get 2 5-stars, Flynn's and Inefa, you would likely see much better results getting a Constellation on Columbina or getting a Constellation even on Inefa, honestly, or getting a Sig weapon over actually getting Flynn's for that team. If you want to have a proper dedicated carry, I think I would lean a little bit more towards Zabai than Flynn's. And if not, honestly, just don't get either of them. I think that the best way to make your account stronger going forward with 2 5-star pulls dedicated to Lunar Team is Columbina plus one of the supports. So either Llama or Inefa. I will also say Geo gets countered way less often than Electro. It does not. Like, it does, but it doesn't. It's not that Geo gets countered less often. Current Geo characters don't get countered easily. As long as the enemy doesn't allow you to apply Hydro properly, Zabai doesn't fucking work. So that's not true. There's a lot more enemies that have random Geo resistance than any other resistance. Physical and Geo are like, for some reason, half the enemies in the game just have a random 70% resistance to them. Not the case for Flynn's too, though. Yeah, but the point I'm making is she's not more resilient to it. I guess technically she's not as bad as Flynn's when your Hydro doesn't work, but like, you don't want to play either of them when Hydro doesn't work. It doesn't matter which one is worse if both of them suck ass. I'm fucking sick today. Good news for you, I guess, because we're doing a no-cam stream. Apparently, Lud cleared out the fog on my Tsutomi Island. Can I get a frick you, Lud, because the fog was cool and now this looks normal and cringe? Chat, what if I get 3% more exploration just to mess with Lud? Do you have the flu? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm actually sick or if I just have man sickness. You know how men become like babies when they have a tiny little cold? You just reacted badly to seeing the superconduct leaks. You know, that's a fair point, actually. Only a couple days left. Should I get Durin plus Versa for a new team or Columbina to improve Flynn's and Nefer? If you have Flynn's without Inefa, I mean, yeah, I hope that answers your question. You have 67k primos. Are we out of the woods? We are. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Wait, we're not out of the woods, chat. We're not out of the woods just yet. Chat, he's a lantern. That's the eyes, that's the nose, that's the mouth. I think Flynn's real name is Jack, and that's his jack-o'-lantern form. Better jokes when you're not sick. Is your sickness like that bad? Baiju cosplay. Unk doesn't got much time. That's true. Any other oldies in the chat that are above the age of 24 years old? 32 here. Okay, well, how do your joints feel? Huh? That's a lot of max rolls. What the hell? You know what? I'll take that. OMG, you really might be dying. Wait. Fuck, you're right. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess we use that, but man. New meme 6-1. Shut the fuck up. Is that the wood you get from Partas Dei? Any knowers in the chat? Any Teapot gamers? Oh my god, time to use the tree collecting gadget. They shortened the cooldown? Yeah. They did that a while ago, though. You're not a real Teapot gamer? You don't even know that? Need cows for Columbina, Inefa, Fischl, Durin? I don't know if I want to do that now. Right now, we're Teapot gaming. This is important gameplay. Don't try to distract me. Can you cough? I want to hear it. No, I don't want to. Yeah, Moon, this is my VTuber avatar. What do you think? How much effort would it be to find a way to get like this thing relatively low quality mouth moving animation as a pseudo VTuber thing? That would be cursed. I mean, if you think that's cursed, have you ever watched one of the WFP podcasts that I was in? So like they asked me what I wanted for like my on-screen thing, and I was like, you know what? Can you make it like just a normal ass looking anime guy that's wearing a mask that's like my face, but like my actual face? This is what they did. If it's furnishings that are needed for the sets, sure. But if it's furnishing just because it looks good, no. Because if it's furnishing that's needed for the sets, then it's not wasted, right? Like it returns primos eventually. Stop saying male live in space every fucking day, okay? I get it, all right? Move on. Next joke, please. Sorry, 6-7. The goblet looks awful. I know it does, but I can't really help it. Oh, you have a good offset? Bro, look at the numbers on the artifacts here. Night of the Sky's Unveiling, 379. Silicon Moon Serenade, 363. No, I do not have a good offset. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, has ER. That's nice. Low rolls on a 3-liner. That's less nice. Rolling into HP. That's also less nice. All right, I'm at 77. Maybe I stay at 77 because I'm Zajef 77. Why is this instructor piece showing up so high up in the order, man? What the fuck? Change the goblet back? I don't want to! What if I just go ER Sands instead? But I just crafted an attack Sands. Like, I'm not doing that. Oh, we got a big paragraph. The question for Arlecchino, is it more effective to suck out Blood Dead Directive immediately after using skill, or wait until it turns into Blood Dead Do? Yeah, no, you are nerfing your Arlecchino a lot by doing what you're doing. If you absorb the Blood Dead instantly, you only get 65% Bond of Life. I'm happy when there's chatters that come in with questions and they're not assholes. I'm always happy to do that. Because, like, I don't interact with my YouTube community enough. But I also know that there's a lot of people that don't really watch Twitch that are going to have questions. If you're just, like, you have a specific question, don't watch Twitch, but you just, you know, log in, like make a new account called fucking Flynn's left toenail or some shit, and just ask your question. What is the best Venti combo if I want to on-field him as a main DPS? I'm not sure. I didn't look into Venti optimization that much. From what I looked at, it seemed like his cancels sucked a whole lot of ass. His shots come out relatively late into his animation, so you can't cancel them early while still getting the damage. What Neferless team can beat Fearless Baptist? There's quite a few. There's a lot of Overload teams that can just brute force the Baptist. Obviously Skirk, right? Skirk and Nefer are the shield characters. A lot of Llama teams without Nefer can still do it. I don't know how I'm supposed to say your name. I3Emers. If you send me your list of characters, I'll give you advice on teams. Fuck it. Anything to not do IT? Yup. Is Tenacity okay on Columbina if your Nefer already has a really good Serenade? Yeah. Go Tenacity over Morningstar on Columbina for sure. Let me turn on this thing. Okay, so what do we have? You said, what did you say you were struggling with? I think you said you could clear Baptist with Skirk, but then you didn't have a good team for the plunge boss. I don't think that's wrong, but it's so funny that that's the case when you have Shao. Your Skirk team should basically be able to do things no problem. Honestly, this is definitely a Nilo angle, I think. Nilo teams are so fucking insanely good at shield breaking. The Baptist will basically almost never be hitting you. You're generally gonna have enough healing with just one Proto Amber on the team, so I would recommend replacing Barbara with Singto. I can't do a Nilo team. I can do a Burgeon team that has basically the same self-damage as a Nilo team. I don't have enough ER on her. Aww. I should have checked my builds, man. This is when I get... Okay, whatever. I can't be bothered. Holy shit. Nahida 10-hour-old cutscene ruins it for me. Then use the ult before the shield or after the shield. I do Nahida, normal, eat, normal, charge, swap to another character, use a burst, back to Nahida, and then you just go. I'm kind of curious. Can Fav Shao clear this? Maybe he can. So we have Farina. So I guess we need a healer, so we bring Xianyun in, even though she doesn't fucking do anything in this team. Maybe because of the Fav, we don't need to use Xianyun's E. Maybe if we battery better at the start, we'll get the first burst faster. See, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Jesus Christ. It might be doable if I play this better, honestly. But this team doesn't really have a healer, so that might be a problem. Yeah. I missed. I saved for half a year to get Duran C6 and it breaks the rest of my account. I mean, I think this is the bigger break, but I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like, you got Kniech and Linny. It honestly might just be a level up Diluc angle. Feels bad to say, but I guess we're fine here, right? Oh. That's not good. No home for a princess. That's not good. Time for Fav official. Fav isn't worth it, but ER Sans probably is. Bro, let me jump! I'm missing my fucking... Okay, that would have cleared here if I didn't fuck up at the end. So, like, it's clearly doable. And I do have town level 8 on Diluc. So at town level 10, it would obviously be better. Fav! Fav! Dude, No. Should we take a look at a Hydro Razor? God, this is not acceptable behavior, what I'm doing right now. So it's channeling into Candace, into Sucrose, into Razor. I fucked up. Yeah, we also don't have any healing here, right? I fucked up. I'm dead. Yeah. Yeah, this is not enough. I was definitely a bit too optimistic, for sure. I don't have the energy, really.
Shadow of the past, mind to command. Don't.
I died? I swapped. I swapped before I did that. Did I get it? I got the snapshot. Is that enough?